Right, so now we are in the 4 Series. Any noticeable differences?
Instantly, it definitely looks bigger. As in, the presence feels a lot bigger on this, and you got different cubby holes.
Oh yeah, obviously I don't have the fold-out ones. One thing that I found when I switched from the convertible to the 4 Series, when I switched from the 3 Series convertible to the 4 Series, it was a lot wider to drive. And I found that a little bit hard. Obviously the bonnet's a little bit more, you know, upwards, and it's a little bit harder to drive. Yeah, basically it's just wide.
Right, yeah, that steering wheel is a lot lighter than the...
yeah, see how much lighter?
Yeah, it's so much lighter, yeah.
You can tell, like, straight away.
It's nice light. It's not where it's light and you're not getting any tactical feedback from it.
Yeah.
You know, you're still getting a good sense of where you're going.
Yeah.
I do like the heads-up display there.
Yeah, that's really good.
That is really nice.
Is it head-up display or is it heads-up display?
I'm just going to call it HUD.
This is the debate.
We're going left.
That everyone always has ever. Left.
Right. But yeah, it's definitely smooth. As in, definitely smoother than the 335.
Yeah.
A lot more comfortable.
Right, so we're just about to get onto some open roads, and let's talk about that power delivery that we were talking about before.
Yeah, and you know what, I noticed like on the lower revs, it definitely doesn't pick up as much as the 335 does.
It doesn't?
It doesn't, no chance.
No? Okay.
As in, it takes about 2,000 revs before the turbo actually kicks in.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's just open road. But just out of interest though, just to get a fair comparison, like I said, if you put it into sports, it's more of a
right, okay, so if you put the dampers in sport and you put the gearbox in sport as well,
so
it is a little bit different.
So in sports now?
Yeah, that's in sport,
yeah.
And then that's in sport as well.
Right, okay. Well, I'm just going to use it. Yeah, the power's definitely there with this.
Is it? What's it like though? How's it different?
I think building up the revs is a bit more reserved, maybe, I want to say. As in, it doesn't get through the power band as quick, but it definitely pulls similar to it.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
So, by the way, I forgot to mention at the start of this video, Yasser used to have a 330 diesel as well, the old shape one.
Oh yeah, it's definitely quicker than the 330.
And now he has the 335. What is the 4 Series or the 430 diesel? What is it more similar to? The 330?
Oh, 100% the 335, 100%, no doubt about that. I mean, what I want to say is, compared to the 335, it's not perhaps as relentless when you're flooring it, but it definitely is as fast, I want to say, on that point of view. So we need to for it there. But yeah, it's like we were saying, after 3,000 revs, you're out of juice, really. So, you know, between 2,000 to 3,500 revs, that's a sweet spot there. But with the 335, you got constant power delivery range there. But like I said, because of that, it's not as relentless when you put your foot down.
Right,
but
okay.
it definitely builds the speed up as well as the 335 does. So in no way am I saying it's slow, but maybe it's not as relentless, I want to say.
Do you think it's as fast as the 335?
Yeah, I would say it's as fast as the 335, but I guess the only way is that when we line up together.
I think, do you know what? I'm not sure. Do you know what the 0 to 60 time of yours is? Of the 335?
I can't remember the top of my head. I know it's 280 brake horsepower, or 285 or something along them lines.
Oh, right, okay, so the 430 is 280 something as well, brake horsepower.
Oh, right, okay.
The 0 to 60 time is 5.5 seconds. Even if it is as quick as the 335 diesel, or even if they're both the same sort of speed in terms of acceleration, one thing that I think we're both going to agree on is that the power delivery of both the cars is completely different.
100%. As in, it's just like completely different characteristics, like I said.
Yeah.
But it's like they both accomplish the same job, just in two different ways.
So, yeah.
So yeah, they both. I was doing 30, by the way.
Yeah, of course it was.
Just testing the brakes out. Fantastic. But like I said, both get the same job done, two different ways of doing it. But however, the seats do feel a lot softer.
No, the seats feel softer.
The seats feel softer. I think it's been the red.
That's because I've been sitting on them, making them soft.
Don't know if that was a compliment or a...
I don't know. I don't
Insult to yourself, mate.
I don't know. Interpret it as you want. But anyway, just apart from the power delivery, apart from the speed, how is it to drive?
Comfortable, very comfortable. I mean, like what you said is, with the 4 Series, you can put it into sports mode to feel like the 335.
Yeah.
Or you can put it back into your comfort mode again, and it's just an easy-going car to drive with. I mean, it's a lot softer than the 335, and that's very much in a good way. I don't mean that as in where it's, where the suspension is too soft to be able to get any feedback from the road or anything, but it's still sporty suspension, but not too over the top where you feel every little bump in the road, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think this is definitely the all-round car that you need to go for.
Do you think?
Definitely the all-round car you want to go for.
It's also like a lot more expensive as well, which is
Then again, it is also a lot newer.
yeah, I suppose. But I don't know. For a car that's so similar, would you not rather pay half the price and go for the 335?
Well, I guess what you like is what you depend on the styling as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose.
And the one thing you get better from this, mate, is the new iDrive.
Yeah.
The one on the
fair enough.
335 is horrible. Apparently half the streets in Manchester don't exist according to the sat nav. And by the time you're done loading the sat nav, you may as well just got Google Maps out and just done it yourself from there.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, to be honest, having had the old 3 Series myself, I can agree on that being true. So one question I do want to ask you, while there are a few roundabouts here,
Yep.
is what do you think of the handling difference between the two? Is there a difference between the two? If there is, what is the difference? Which one's better?
Well, I mean, I guess it comes back into the suspension, like you're saying, that it feels a little bit softer, this.
Yeah.
But because of that softness, I don't think it feels as planted. For, when you're cornering quite hard.
Yeah.
I don't think it feels as planted, but we live with these cars every day. You know what I mean? They're not whatsoever a track car.
Yeah.
We drive them every day in town, and I prefer a setup like this on the suspension. That way.
But what I said about the steering wheel, what I said about the steering earlier, I think that reflects in what you've just said about the handling, because as I was saying before, the 335 feels a lot more sort of engaging and stuff to drive. We've gone the wrong way again.
Slightly wrong.
Anyway, so what I was saying earlier about the 335 being a lot more engaging in terms of its steering, I think that reflects what Yas has just said now about how the 335 feels a lot more planted to the road, because basically the handling, the way it sort of sits, and the steering and the feedback you get through the steering is all to do with how engaging it is to drive. So are you happy to come to the conclusion that the 335 is basically more engaging to drive?
I would say that, yeah. I would say that.
I definitely think it is anyway, 100%.
Which one I'd rather live with on a day-to-day basis? Definitely the 430. Definitely to set up on him.
Yeah, well, fair comment, to be honest with you. Obviously. Oops. Ow.
There we go.
Yeah, I mean, to live with day to day, to live with on a daily basis, yeah, I do agree the 4 Series would be a little bit easier, just because it has a lot more. So coming back to your comment about, I just can't, what the fuck is going on, bro?
Yeah, don't worry about
So
it.
coming back to your comment about the 4 Series being easier to live with on a daily basis, I think that's just because in every area it just has little things. I don't like the way I said little so many times. I think coming back to the comment about the 4 Series being easier to live with every day, it just comes down to the fact that it's got a few little things that just, make it a little bit more comfortable and make it a little bit easier to live with. For example, the iDrive is a little bit more sophisticated. It's a little more responsive. It's not as, do you know what I mean? It's the screen's
100%.
clearer.
I mean, that's what
just
I mean.
small things that when you put them together, it makes a difference in terms of it's easier to live with.
100%. I mean, even just having the quick hotkeys on the iDrive control as well. I mean, I've just got the one single dial.
Yeah.
And, it's a nightmare getting between one menu to back to the other because it takes such a long time getting between menus.
Yeah.
But, I had a 4 Series as well for a little bit, the 420D convertible.
Yeah.
And the 430 compared to that is just miles difference between them.
Yeah.
So, no, you got a good setup here, mate.